Welcome to another video on social science research methodologies. The subject of this presentation is population versus sample. To begin with, as a researcher, you need to understand the difference between a population and a sample, and for you to be able to identify the target population of your research. A population is nothing but the entire group from where you draw your samples. And the sample, on the other hand, is a subset of a population that you draw your samples from, or subset of a population that you use for analysis. And the population can be defined in terms of geographical location, age, income, uh, 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 SAT scores, or any other characteristics that you can think of. So, for example, if all male or all female employees of a company is the population, the sample could be an X number of samples drawn from that population, either in terms of overall sample of both categories, male and female, or in terms of strata for male or strata for female. Sampling frame is pretty much the actual group from where the sample is drawn. So as you can see in the example, you have been tasked to conduct research into low-income employees working in educational sectors in Japan. The population of all low-income employees in Japan is 2 million. Your sampling frame is a list of the low-income employees in educator sector that's stored by Japan's Department of Labor and Statistics. So the sampling frame is pretty much the source from where the group samples could be drawn from. So again, if you're looking at a population of 2 millions, and your sampling frame will be the actual group from that the actual group that will be drawn from these 2 million population. And in the sample size, it's important to understand the sample size because uh, before you start to collect your sample, you need to understand how many how many samples you need. And deciding on the number of sample size depends on a number of factors. For instance, the type of analysis. What type of analysis do you need the samples for? And type of analysis could be broken down into confidence level and what type, how many percent, or how, yes, what level of confidence would you like to build for analysis? And then margin of error, what will be the plus or minus margins of error for your result, etc. So that's important to understand that the type of analysis actually has impact on the number of samples that need to be collected. Also, the research design and the population size, these are the other two important factors in selecting or in determining the sample size for a study. And to understand what sample sizes are, allow me to take you to this websites. I've used um, um, SurveyMonkey in the past. So simply you can just type the number of population size. Let's say you have a population size of 10,000 and then you would like to build a confidence level of, let's say, 99% and with a margin of error of, let's say, 3% plus and minus. Then it will automatically tell you what the sample size will be for that, for these three characteristics of your study. Another website that's useful that I've used in the past is samplesize.net. It actually allows you to draw estimates of your sample size based on some of the calculation analysis here. You can also use the calculator.net, and these are publicly available free websites that you can use to again estimate your sample sizes. And based on these estimates, you can actually decide on the number of samples that you need to pick up, collect. So that was the last explanation uh, for uh, for the population versus sample presentation for today. And I hope that this was a helpful video in understanding this topic. Thank you so much.